Hello, Bobbleheads, and welcome back to the YouTube page. It is me, Bob the Drag Queen. And first of all, I want to thank you all for coming to the YouTube page. Y'all have been showing me a lot of love lately, which I greatly appreciate. But I've been trying a lot of new stuff. I was going to do a Get Ready With Me while I do a Broadway show, but I feel like the makeup I do for this show is actually really simple because I'm not in drag for it. It's actually a pretty gay boy, gender bendy look, but it's not like, I'm not like in full drag. So I thought to myself, maybe I'll just do an Ask Me Anything. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you would like to support me even more or the things we're doing here at Purse First Studios, please go over to the YouTube page, Purse First Studios. You can subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can see some amazing content by queer people that is for queer audiences. This is the GGT, this is for the girls, the gays, and the theys. All right, back to the program. I have a laptop balanced on a box right now. Just so y'all know what we're working with here. It's a pretty small dressing room. This is an old building. This building was built like almost 100 years ago, I want to say.
You're not young.
I posted on my Instagram that I was doing an Ask Me Anything, and I told you all to submit some questions. And throughout the course of the show today, I'm going to be answering a lot of those questions, as many as I can. So let's see some of my favorite ones. Okay, this one is from my friend Nick Smith, and it says, "Why don't you answer my calls?" Okay, to be fair, Nick will call me when I'm like either in a meet. Nick has this like great skill for calling me specifically when I'm in a meeting, or but he doesn't call me. I will say one thing I'll say for Nick, which I cannot say for a lot of my other friends, Nick will not call me during the show, which I greatly appreciate. But as a general rule, Nick, I do try to answer your calls, and you and I talk almost every day, and you should consider yourself lucky, honey. Okay, this one says, update us with the Monet beef and how did it get resolved? Me and Monet have ongoing beef. Oh my God, Monet is such a fake, phony, annoying bitch. My wig is sliding back. I'm so annoyed with this fake, phony ass, St. Lucian ass.
I was called fake, I was called phony, I was called annoying, I was called an ass bitch, I was called a liar.
I think what it is I call Monet out on her bull, and she's not used to that. But obviously Monet is my best friend and has always been my best friend. And unfortunately for her, probably will be my best friend for the rest of her life. So in Monet's case, you with me, you stuck with me. Now what you gonna do? Okay, this one's fair. Actually, I don't know if this one's fair or not. I did say Ask Me Anything. This one says, did BB choose Trixie's lipstick? Half hour. Obviously, I do not know. I was not there. But honestly, I suspect that she did. It's giving that she chose the lipstick, in my opinion. But I mean, I was not there. So this is all conjecture. Who else would she have chosen? Like, make it make sense. Hi, Davin.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm grabbing a YouTube video. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Wait, let's get these Girl Scout cookies popping.
Yeah, what about them?
I want some.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
How do I have to do the QR code?
QR code.
I can't just slide you $20. This is crazy. See, now Girl Scouts got QR codes. This is crazy.
It's a new day.
Like an official business. Imagine a Girl Scout shows up and like, just scan this QR code. Scan this QR code and you can get your cookies today. Okay, I have dream musical or Broadway. I'm assuming you mean like my dream musical I want to be in. The truth is, I love musicals. I'm not a great singer, so I don't have like a long list of musicals I really, really want to be in because I'm realistic enough to realize that I probably can't do a lot of these roles, but I would love to play King Herod in Jesus Christ Superstar. I would love to play Madame Morrible in Wicked. I genuinely think I'd be pretty good. I would also love to play Miss Hannigan in Annie. I think I'd be pretty good in O'Mary. I would love to play Hedwig and Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Trying to think of others that I think I'd be pretty good at. Those are like the main ones that come to my mind. Want you to make me feel. Okay, this one is how are the hair plugs doing? Okay, fair question. I have not given you all much of an update. What is going on is that I've been shaving my head since I've been in the show. So I've not been giving my hair a chance to grow, but you can see there's actually hair growing in the spot. So there is actually hair growing in now, but I've just been pretty consistently shaving my head so that it doesn't show up because, well, for the show, and two, right now, it's not growing in enough for me to not feel a little self-conscious about how it looks, quite frankly. Let me finish this eye out. Honestly, sometimes your fingers are a great applicator for makeup. Like, no one's talking about that. Who's having that conversation? And a part of what it is that your fingers are essentially the same temperature as your body, your face, I mean, more or less. You know, give or take a few degrees here and there. So it actually melts the makeup like perfectly, which is why some people, like kind of old school queens, will use their hands to rub their foundation on with their their hands, like their actual fingers and their palms. All right, did you miss New York City? That's an interesting question. The short answer is I'm really happy to be back here. Like, it's so fun being here right now. But part of me is like, I just kind of adjust to where I am, right? Like when I first moved to New York, I missed Georgia. So I do miss a lot of my friends here, but I think what I really liked outside of my friends was the nightlife scene that I was a part of. That scene really only exists like in like small pieces here and there. I mean, the people who are working in the city now at the bars and the gay clubs, I don't think there are any gay clubs left, to be honest. It's like all bars now. I think there's some clubs out in Brooklyn, maybe. But they're all like gone or quit drag, or they became teachers, or they moved out of the city, or like a lot of those queens aren't even up in drags no more, which is kind of crazy. I was pretty young when I lived here. I'll be 40 this year.
You're not young. I say this to help you.
I'm still young. I'm 39 years old, but like I am definitely not 22 like I was when I moved here. So a lot of those people are just like not part of the a lot of them either gave up the ghost, you know, or they moved on to other things, or but there are still queens like Keisha Carr, Jada Balenciaga, who are like still doing drag and holding it down, and, you know, giants in the New York City nightlife scene. So shout out to those queens, honey. Right before I auditioned for Drag Race, I've been doing drag in the city for maybe like 7 years. And I remember telling myself, if I don't get on this season of Drag Race, or if something big doesn't happen for my career this year, I'm probably gonna go back to school. I'll never quit drag. But I was like, I might have to like refocus my career and how I'm making my money. Like, I don't know that I have that much longevity in this career, TBH, at least in the scene. But then something big did happen for me, and it did change. So unfortunately for my haters, you'll never get to see that day. Unfortunately for my haters. And you would have loved it. You would have loved it. Okay, I actually love this question a lot. What's it been like filming the Traders recap with Boston Rob? Y'all, I really think he's an amazing guy. Like, it makes me wish we could have worked together. We could have decimated the girlies, to be honest. Ooh, not a little boogie woogie. We could have decimated the girlies, but it wasn't in the cards for us at the time, you know? But he's just, sorry, let me do my eyebrows real quick. He's just really nice. Like, he's really friendly. He's really easy to work with. He's super duper professional. He really knows what he's talking about. He's a reality TV show legend for a reason. He's got it down. I kind of want to learn to play poker so I can play poker with him. I feel like I would be a good poker player. Something in me is like, you'd be a really good poker player, but that's probably also how I look at stuff. I look at stuff and I'm like, I could do that. For those of me watching Drag Race, I watched season 1 of Drag Race and was like, I could do that. Which is kind of a crazy way to approach something, but so far in my life, it's been working out for me. This like unyielding faith I have in myself, so far it's working in my favor. So I'm not trying to change it if it's working, you know? Hi. All right, we're back with Bella. Bella is one of the hairdressers here at Moulin Rouge the Musical at the Al Hirschfeld Theater. And every day at about half hour, she comes by and she puts on my mustache, which I've been told some people can't see from the audience, which kind of makes me sad, because I'm like, it's so great. But there are people who can't see it too, though. So.
Yeah. I feel like if you're sat back even like halfway in the house, you just miss.
Yeah, it's a dark mustache on a dark face with other dark facial hair, so
yeah,
it could easily get lost in there. Okay, here's a great question. Will you put Boston Rob in drag? Here's the true thing is, I actually don't really like putting people in drag. I don't find it fun. There are people who love that kind of stuff. It's just not my thing. I'm just not like, ooh, I can't wait to put makeup on someone. You know, my favorite aspects of drag are really based around the performance part of it. It's more around the performance than it is around the dressing up, which I do love. Obviously, I really love dressing up. I really don't like doing people's makeup. I barely want to do my own fucking makeup half the time. I would if you wanted to for like a video or something. And I tried to put Dylan Efron in drag, but our schedules just were not working out. He was really that girl. I mean, he was, ooh, my whole titty out. My whole titty is out. But yeah, I would put Busta Rhymes in drag. I would do that. I don't know that he would ever let me put him in drag, but I would do it though. Here's a deep one. How has grief changed your perspective? Oh, you're doing a big one today, honey. You got an audience. You're really trying to turn it up. How has grief changed your perspective on art? I gotta say, there was definitely a period of time after I've been very public about my mom passing away. There was a period of time where it was like the only thing I would do in my art. Like all of my art was about my mom being dead. I even have a special, you can see it here on YouTube, called the Dead Moms Comedy Club, which is I released for free. It's all comedians who have lost their mothers. Even our DJ had lost his mom as well. And you know, I'm a little further from it now than I was back then. You know, it'll be 2 years this Mother's Day. So I'm definitely further from it now than I was. I'm never gonna get closer to my mother passing than I was. And a lot of stuff that I achieve, I often just think to myself, man, I wish my mom could be here to see this. That does happen a lot. That is a never-ending feeling of like constantly feeling like, man, I wish my mom was here to see this thing that I've done or that I'm doing. I don't think that feeling will ever go away, to be honest. And then I've started kind of like incorporating. I'm thinking, I wonder if like someone who was writing all those Disney movies where everyone's mom was dead, if their mom was dead. I'm sure.
Because it's so many.
Like Bambi's mom being fully murdered on film is crazy. Yeah. Like at least Cinderella's mom was dead like years before. Bambi's mom being fully killed by gun violence.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an answer. You know, I'm still processing what it means to grieve as an artist myself, to be honest. And I have started to feel a sense of obligation to create space for other artists who are grieving. It feels kind of crazy to like make people laugh when you're feeling really, really sad. There's something about it with your mind. Like you actually feel like you're kind of low key losing it a little bit. Not to be over dramatic, but like, geez Louise, you know? I put my Aquaphor in the washing machine the other day and now it smells funny.
It's survived it?
Yeah, but it smells funny.
Yeah, it's very waxy.
But I keep using it because I need it.
Yeah.
We're good?
Yep, we're good.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, I use this to like how to fill in the little gaps in my beard and also get rid of some of the grays. Not all of them, but some of the grays in my beard. Because as you all know, I don't have a beard very often because I'm a drag queen. So when this one grew back, I was like, oh, we're grayer than I was last time. That's gaggy.
You're not young. I say this to help you.
So my beard maintenance could be better. Hi.
What's a good time to come back for a little video for my niece?
Oh, we can do it in about a few minutes here. I'm making a YouTube video. I'm doing an AMA.
Oh my gosh.
Do you want to pull up a chair and
Sure.
answer a question?
Sure.
For this Andrew, our conductor. The question is, can you believe the MTA is $3 a ride now?
This is going to sound very privileged, but I live in Midtown and I work in Midtown and I never take the subway. But it also means I have no life.
You broke hoes could never.
No, it just means I have no life. I go from the theater to my house and that's all I ever do.
When did you move to New York City?
Originally in 98.
Did you take the subway? Where'd you live?
I lived in Harlem was my first. 153rd. I lived in Sugar Hill. 153rd.
So how much was the subway back then?
I think it was $1.75.
And
Good lighting too, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Okay, here's a good one. Besides Monet, who's been your favorite drag queen to work and collaborate with? I don't think this is a secret. I love working with Peppermint. She is crazy. We were like, well, how do we've identified the culprit? What's the solution? And she goes, kill white men. She said, kill them all. She said we have to kill them. We have never talked about this ever. She said we have to kill them all. And she is a tornado of a woman. When we hang out, it never feels like work. That's not true. But it rarely feels like work. And we're just always having so much fun. And her and I really bonded a lot during lockdown. We just started doing these like TikTok lives, Instagram lives. They ended up becoming a podcast and a nonprofit called Blackwood Town Hall. I have so much love for Peppermint. She's an icon. Oh, this one's cute. What made you smile today? 2 of my friends from college are coming to see the show today. One of them is Summer, who is like literally one of my oldest friends. I have known Summer for 20 geez, 24 years now. I met Summer in 2002. She's also an actor. We met when I was in high school. We were both in high school. She's a year older than me. And then she went off to college, and then I went to the same college. As a coincidence, I didn't like follow her there. I actually followed my other friend Alicia to that college because she was a theater education major, and I used to want to be a drama teacher. There was a period of time where I was positive I was going to be a drama teacher. That did not work out that way. Obviously, I'm not teaching your children theater. But me and Summer have been friends for so long. We've just stayed in touch. She's my oldest friend. I think I don't have anyone that I'm not related to that I've been in touch this consistently with for this long. And we met in the community theater scene back in Clayton County in the early 2000s. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna get dressed real quick, y'all. Okay. I'm talking to them. I'm gonna put on my earrings. I think I'm gonna have a Red Bull before the show today because this is my second show of the day. I eat as much as I should have eaten. Sometimes scheduling, does anyone else feel like sometimes scheduling a meal is like so stressful? But also I don't keep food at home. I like never have food at home. So like.
Pre-show started. Thank you.
Put my little earrings on. I love these earrings, like so much. Material girl. Okay. There we go. Material girl. Okay, what was an unexpected challenge of working on? 5 minutes to curtain. Here we go.
5 minutes, go top of that one.
What was an unexpected challenge of working on Broadway? That's a good question. 8 shows a week is harder than you think it is. I don't care how hard you think it is. It is harder than that. I'm used to working nightlife, so I'm used to like having all my socializing have to be either during the day or really late at night. But you really don't have a ton of social life outside of this theater because I spend basically every night here. Like I'm basically here every night of the week. So the cast and crew are my social life right now. This is my entire social network. TBH, what is your favorite number in Moulin Rouge? This is easy. Top of Act 2, Backstage Romance. It's amazing. The dancing, the singing, it's so good. It's the perfect way to kick off the act. It breathes so much life back into the show. The dancers are just eating. Ricky, who plays Santiago, is just like such an amazing singer and vocalist and actor. He's really like leading the whole number, basically. It's so good. It starts with Ricky and Sam, who play Santiago, and Nini doing this really beautiful, like Latin-inspired dance. I don't know what the dance is, but I know it looks really good. It's really sick. It's just sick. Amazing. All right, I'll be back with some more questions throughout the show. I'm having a little break. Let me try to answer some more questions really quickly. Hello, Barbara. What kind of training and condition did you go through for Moulin Rouge? Okay, well, I work with a guy named Doug Peck. He's a vocal coach to a lot of amazing stars, both film and stage and music and concerts. So I went to like weekly music lessons with him. I also worked pretty extensively with the Moulin Rouge team. And I went to school for acting and stuff. Physical training, I mean, I went to the gym. I still go to the gym maybe like 5-6 times a week. Although during the leading up to, I was actually doing a little less than I probably should have been doing. But that's pretty much what I did to get prepared for the show. And by the way, it wasn't enough. And it was not nearly enough. That's the gag. Okay, what did you want to do before becoming a drag queen? Well, before I wanted to be an actor. Like I went to school for theater. And I hadn't really considered drag at all, but I knew that I wanted to be an actor. So I went to school for theater education to be a drama teacher. That was my great plan, was to be a drama teacher. But the teaching part was supposed to be like a backup job. And the acting was supposed to be like the main job, was to go to New York City and be on Broadway. Which ironically happened. That is the show. I have done my whole show. I hope you got your question answered. If not, I'm so sorry. There were quite a few questions, so it was kind of hard to filter them. So I hope I got the juiciest ones and the best ones in there. And also let me know if you want me to do another one of these in the future. Whew. That was my 7th show of the week. We're working. Broadway got us working hard, honey. All right, bye everyone.